students, hope you all are fine at your home. So today we're going to discuss about the ozone depletion. In the last class we have discussed about the global warming and greenhouse effect. So what is this ozone, how it is formed, what are the greater impact on the earth's surface if ozone is not present, and how it is getting depleted by various compounds that we are using in our daily life. So the ozone basically is a combination of oxygen atom, basically 3 oxygen atom combines together to form ozone molecule. So this is the triatomic molecule and it is formed by the combination of 3 oxygen atom. It is a harmful gas. If inhaled, it causes respiratory problems in the lungs if inhaled. But it has a greater impact for us because it protects us from the harmful radiation of ultraviolet radiation that is coming from the sun is to reach on the earth surface. So it protects us from harmful radiation. It protects us from the harmful radiation, that is ultraviolet radiation, to reach the earth surface. Clear? So this ozone basically is measured in terms of Dobson unit. It is measured in terms of Dobson unit, like how you measure in kilometers, in liters, right? So same way the ozone thickness is measured in terms of Dobson unit. Now this ozone layer, basically how it is present and where it is present. Suppose this is the earth's surface. Clear? And in our atmosphere we have different layers. You know it very well. You have studied in the previous classes that this is troposphere. The second one is stratosphere, meso, iono, and the last one is exo. We have different layers in our atmosphere. So where this ozone is present? It is present in troposphere and stratosphere sphere. So you know you have studied in class 11 that what is good ozone, what is bad ozone. So the bad ozone is present in the troposphere and good ozone is present in the stratosphere. क्लियर हो गई ये बात? ठीक है. So अब ये जो ओजोन लेयर है ये कितने किलोमीटर्स ऊपर प्रेजेंट है ये आपको पता ही है. 15 से 60 किलोमीटर तक की रेंज में हमारी ओजोन आती है. ठीक है. अब ये हमारे स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर में प्रेजेंट है. कौन सी ओजोन प्रेजेंट है? गुड ओजोन प्रेजेंट है. अब जो हार्मफुल रेडिएशन सन से आ रही है ऑन दी अर्थ सरफेस, इसका काम होता है उन हार्मफुल रेडिएशन को हमारे अर्थ सरफेस तक पहुंचने के लिए रोकना. So they are very useful. This ozone is very useful to us, isn't it? So the harmful radiation that is coming from the sun, the ozone prevent those harmful radiation to reach on the earth surface. Now, how this ozone is formed? When you can say ozone, I told you O3 molecule. So if ultraviolet radiation falls on ozone, it will form O2 plus oxygen atom. Clear? When UV radiation falls on O3 molecules, it will form oxygen molecule and atom. So this is a reversible process. When again this oxygen atom is very reactive, so it will react with oxygen molecule to form ozone molecule. So this ozone molecule again formed. You can say that this is a reversible process, है ना? And it maintain on the stratosphere, like ozone is forming, oxygen is forming, again ozone is forming, again oxygen is forming. So it is a balanced reaction. But we are altering it by using various chemicals. For example, CFC. What is this CFC? This is chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbon. In this chlorofluorocarbon, this chlorine act as a catalyst, and you know it very well. The catalyst participate in the reaction, but it will not get converted into any of the product, right? It will regenerate again. So what impact it causes on the formation and degradation of ozone we will discuss later. First we will discuss this how this ozone getting depleted with CFC and what is the impact if this ozone layer getting depleted. So first we will read the effect. Clear? affects में क्या होगा बेटा? You know it very well that our DNA and proteins, our DNA and proteins, these proteins have amino acids. These proteins have amino acids, especially for example phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan. These amino acids, they are joined to each other with the peptide bond and various other bondings, right? So this UV radiation, if they reach on the Earth's surface, since we have our proteins and DNA in our body cells, so this UV radiation will causes breakage of the bonds in the amino acids. Clear? If the UV radiation reach on the Earth's surface, they fall onto us. We have different cells and our cells have various proteins, DNA. So once this UV radiation falls on the protein, the bond between the amino acid getting broken down. Clear? The second thing, what happens to the DNA? DNA have different bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. Okay? Adenine always pairs with thymine. Thymine always pairs with adenine with the double hydrogen bonding. Similarly, guanine always pairs with C, cytosine, and C always pairs with G. This is a universal rule. So what happens if UV radiation falls on this DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, instead of A pairs with T, P pairs with T. Okay, this is the major, you can say, drawback of the UV radiation on our cell, right? So what happens once the UV radiation falls on the DNA, it will form thymine dimer. Thymine dimer. So what is this? This is a mutation. So you can say that this is the harmful effect which we are getting from the depletion of the ozone layer. So are you getting my point? So this is the harmful effect of the UV radiation on the DNA as well as on the proteins. So you know it very well, the CFC have chlorine atom in them, I told you, which act as a catalyst, which degrade the ozone layer. This chlorine, one chlorine atom can degrade up to 1 lakh ozone molecules. So you can see that how this chlorine have a greater impact on the formation or degradation of the ozone layer. And where this CFC are generated? The CFC are present in the refrigerators, right? Chlorofluorocarbons are present in the refrigerators. So they go into the environment and atmosphere and can degrade the ozone molecules, right? So you know it, this is the thickness of the ozone layer, suppose. So if this CFC goes into the atmosphere, they start decreasing the or depleting the ozone concentration, which is known as ozone hole. Which is known as ozone hole. So how can you define the ozone hole? It is the amount or concentration of ozone depleting in a restricted area over the Antarctica, which is known as ozone hole. So how you can prevent it? You can do one thing, like instead of CFC, you can start using HCFC. That is nothing but hydrochlorofluorocarbon, which is an alternative fuel to this CFC. Clear? So this is how we can prevent the ozone depletion. So it's a major drawback. And what are the effects which is caused on human body? I told you on the DNA and protein. So because of that, skin cancers, irritation problems in eyes, and snow blindness. What is snow blindness? The UV radiation can affect the cornea of eye. That condition is known as snow blindness. The person is unable to see the things properly. That is known as snow blindness. Clear? So these are the harmful effects which is being caused on the human body. Now, various steps have been taken by international agencies. So one step was taken in 1987, that is very famous, which is given in your NCERT. It is Montreal Protocol. So what happened in Montreal Protocol? 27 countries have been participated in this Montreal Protocol to overcome the use of, or they have restricted the use of restricted the use of CFC. Clear? So they have suggested that instead of CFC, started using the alternative fuel so that the ozone layer can be protected. So that's all for today's lecture. In the next lecture, we'll talk about the deforestation and what are the different effects which is caused on the environment. Thank you so much.